phrasing, I always say, is about to learn how to play not important.
Yeah.
Right? Why is it so structured? 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, or 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 6, 12. Yes, like you said, we need this ebb and flow of the breath. Less important, more important, less important, more important. But if we're not structuring it in a more or less whole and well balanced way, then what we end up is not getting a momentum.
Ah,
This mathematical structure creates a wheel. It creates a circle. And that's why we can ride the bike. You can make the same, things, but let's say 2 bars I'm using here for phrase, and then here I use 8 bars for the phrase, and then I unite these 12 bars as in one sentence, and then 1 bar left. Well, let's make it little one motif. But if you make it all together, it will not make a wheel shape. It will make a, I don't know, maybe shape,
no,
size.
no,
And your bike will go. So I
happy
really
free.
believe, I don't know, it's very intuitive what I'm saying, but I feel like the mathematical structure 2 plus 4, 4 plus 4, 8, blah, 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 that creates the sphere shape, that creates the O shape, the infinity, shape, which perpetuates itself, and that creates a perfect breathing tool, the momentum. Without that, it will not push itself forward.
I think you are creating the the path throughout the energy will flow. So I think the idea is that if you simply turn on the energy will flow to whatever place. That doesn't mean that the energy will flow and return and flow and return. The energy will simply go. But what you are doing, I think, what you are proposing is actually to create a system that will provide the ability to the energy go and engineering path. Because when I was trying to uh, do these things with some musics, what I felt was much more alive.
It was growing. That's
Yeah,
the thing. It was growing. It was advancing on the spiral constantly rather than just stuck and being.
exactly,
That's the
exactly.
difference. Exactly. And
It's
therefore alive.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
much more, and it's very interesting because we never think about it, that what's behind the artistry of making the music alive is a very mathematical structure uh, with rules, with laws. That's
Mm-hmm.
very impressive to understand that. My God, is laws that make things work
Work.
in alive in a vivid manner. That's a
Yeah.
very interesting way
Without
of thinking.
blockages of energy. So, yes, you're correct. The default block of the phrasing is motif. And we using the same length and the same contour of the motif regardless of the music, only with motifs. With phrases and sentences, yes, it is important that we are working mathematically, but we are adjusting it to the musical contour. So with motifs, you said we need to go 2 3 4 1. Why not 3 4 1 2? Why not 4 1 2 3? If we have, let's say, 4 4 time signature. Every time in the
Okay.
motif, 4 1 is gonna be more important.
Uh-huh.
So no matter where you start, you're gonna make 4 1 more prominent. So is it 4, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
or 3, 4, 1, 2? If we go to 3, 4, 1, it's like with energetically we're climbing up. 2, 3, 4, 1. That creates this perpetuating motion. 2, 3, 4, 1. If we go 3, 4, 1, 2, what happened with that 2? It's a decrease of energy. So instead of doing 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, we go 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a bumpy road. Or even worse, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's like I'm drowning, but let me get the last breath. So 2, 3, 4, 1, through my experience, because I did experience with each and every one of those, I found that 2, 3, 4, 1 is the most natural, self-perpetuating, creating momentum, never losing energy.
And you say that structuring phrasing by measures only applies to motifs. And so we have phrases, and the motif is connected with a small slur. And then we have a phrase. A phrase is a bigger slur that connects two or three motifs. Motifs, sorry. Depending on the melodic pattern. And to choose the phrasing, we have to be very careful because we can't start a phrase in the middle of a new melodic pattern, and then we have sentences. And the idea is the same, so but bigger. So we have in the sentence 2 or 3 phrases, and we mark them not with slurs, but with some how's the name? Vertical line. And the idea is the same. We cannot we have to be careful so we don't mark in the middle of the previous musical idea or in the middle of the new music idea. We have also to be very careful in that choice. And it can be two to three phrases also, depending of the context. The motives, we draw a red line in the last interval of the motive. In the phrase, we draw a red line in the motif that we choose based in some methods of choosing. So we have 3 methods, basic. We have the first method that is very much connected to like logic. So we have like dynamics. What motif has the most interesting dynamics, the increasing dynamics? What motif has the more strongest articulations? What motif has a melodic line that is more expressive, or a different register that is more expressive? And then we have the second method that is basically more intuitive. We have to sing them in a singing and playing, and to understand what is the option that is more natural and elegant. And we have to be very careful because we have to avoid a sensation of pushing the phrase. So we have to pick the option that is more natural. And then we have the third method, that is a slight combination of logic and intuition, the previous methods. Because in that case, we can compare harmonies of the last note, not the last interval, the last now the last note of the motives. So we can compare that harmonies and we can choose what motive is more important based in that harmony.
The motif that you want to choose based on the third method where you compare the harmonies of the last note of the motifs, you want to choose the one that has the harmony which is more tense.
More
You want to
tense.
make that more prominent. And the one that is resolving, let's say, dominant, tonic, cadence, subdominant, tonic. So you emphasize the one that is more expressive in which way? More tense.
In the case of the sentence, we have to mark the phrase in that sentence with a red slur. So the idea is the same. The main phrase is that has the most important, most expressive articulations, dynamics, and harmony. So the idea is actually the same of the previous, but not phrase about motif, but sentence about phrases. And the idea is also the same about the three methods, because in the third method, it will be the main motives of the sentence and
Exactly.
choose the phrase with more expressive harmony in the main interval of the main motive.